Ripple XRP. So unfortunately with the price action, we have dropped yet again after we went to that nice price target of 74 cents. So we were actually able to climb up and above 70 cents. We're going to take a look at the price action as well as some other bits and pieces of news that has been happening throughout the week. So as you can see from the price right now, we are trading at 0.6174. For the 1-day chart, we are down by 0.58%. And for the volume, we are up by 12.6% at $2.3 billion. That's what we're currently trading at. So if we just have a look at where we've been trading on Sunday, on the weekend, you'll see that we were trading at 0.6147 just in the morning at 3 o'clock. Then we did actually take this dip and we went below 60 cents. So a few hours later, we went below that price point and we went to 0.5897. Now this is a little bit concerning. It's obviously not that big of a drop, but still we went below that 60-cent mark. Now my short-term price target for XRP is 65 cents, but I do want to see a bit of consolidation and support at the 63-cent range. Now that we actually broke below that 60-cent level, we went to 58 cents. We could actually see a bit more of a retracement, possibly to 55 cents. I mean, in the overall market in general, we are actually down by 1.43%. And if we actually have a look at how Bitcoin is doing, you'll see that the price is below that 70,000 mark. So we are currently trading at 67.4k, and you'll see over here that we were trading at 64.6k just a couple of hours ago. So the price action of XRP coin is pretty much following what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, when Bitcoin does rally though, we don't see that much of a rally for XRP, unfortunately. So on the 7-day chart, we are still up by 1.9%. But this is the spike that happened. Now, despite us actually being down, I'm going to tell you guys to not panic at all, because we see these cycles happening with XRP in general. So this is where we saw XRP go from that 59-cent mark all the way to 74 cents. So it was pretty much a 14-cent increase. And that is really good for XRP, because sometimes we don't even see that increase in 1 month, let alone in just 1 day. And therefore, we're seeing that spike. It seemed like as if we could potentially go to $1, but we didn't do that. We actually had that retracement. So throughout that week, once we hit that 74-cent mark, we did actually come down to 70 cents quite quickly just the next day. And then we went below that. And of course, we went past that 65-cent mark. And now we are below that by roughly around about 3 cents. So where could the price action of XRP coin go in the next couple of days? I mean, if we don't see any sort of consolidation or support at this level, we could be retracing back to 55 cents, and there may actually be a bit of stagnation. However, I want to see XRP get to 65 cents, and I know that the price is very frustrating. A lot of people have been talking about XRP and how we haven't really made that much gains. But on the 1 month chart, if we just have a look at the performance, sit back and see how XRP has been doing. Back in February, we were at 56 cents, and we did actually reach that new all-time high for this year in quite some time now, to 74 cents. So it just goes to show that without, for example, some events like the Bitcoin halving, or maybe when institutions actually buy into XRP, we are still seeing a bit more momentum coming in. And also from Matthew Hyland on X, he actually makes a really good point. He says that any crashes should be embraced as an opportunity to gain exposure prior to all-time highs being broken for good. It's only time now. The craziness, euphoria, and crypto takeover will happen again, but we are not there yet, so there's still opportunity left. I mean, I know that a lot of you guys have actually held in cryptocurrency and held in your portfolio for quite some time. However, there still are a lot of people that aren't in cryptocurrency in general, and we are pretty much in the early stages. I mean, talking about this, we do know that institutions are buying up crypto because they want to have that control. And with Vanguard and what they have actually done, I wanted to highlight this article. And where this actually came from is back in January, when we had the Bitcoin spot ETFs coming out. A few of the brokers offered these ETFs for potential clients or customers to get into. But Vanguard was one of the brokers that did not offer the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So of course, a lot of people that were with Vanguard and they were trading with them decided to close their account and then move on to a different broker, because people do not like to be controlled in general and what they do with their money. If they want to buy the spot Bitcoin ETF, then they're going to go with another broker that offers that. But the Vanguard CEO labels Bitcoin as too speculative for long-term portfolios, meaning that the price of Bitcoin is often volatile, and he says that it's not a store of value. Now, it's quite funny because I'll actually show you just the investment that Vanguard have in Coinbase. We'll take a look at that, but you'll see over here that in the recent interview, he says that it is an immature asset class. And he basically says that they're not going to be offering it to their clients. And when he was asked a question about changing their minds on it, he said that they're not going to be changing their minds either. And he believes that a Bitcoin ETF doesn't belong in a long-term portfolio and someone's saving for their retirement. I personally think that when he says that, it shouldn't be up to him. Vanguard are just a broker. They are the middleman and they provide all of these different assets that people can purchase and get into, and it obviously depends on the person, and so they shouldn't really have any sort of power overarching that and telling you what you should or should not buy. But it seems like as if they're going to stay with their previous decision. But if we actually have a look at their investment in terms of Coinbase in general, you'll see that BlackRock and Vanguard together own 10% of Coinbase. And I actually had a look at the amount of shares that Vanguard own, and they seem to be the top in the amount of shares that they own. I think it's roughly around about 13 million shares of Coinbase. So doesn't this seem a little bit hypocritical when Vanguard are talking about the fact that they won't be offering these spot Bitcoin ETF products to their clients? However, they do own this many shares in Coinbase. And this is the reason as to why I say that these institutions are going to be buying up your crypto, because when you sell, that's meaning that you're freeing up all of these tokens, and that's when these guys are going to come in. I mean, from Chad over here, we have this post about BlackRock and how they're going to steamroll quite a few crypto people because they think BlackRock is going to turn around and dump on the market. I mean, that is a possible speculation. However, BlackRock were put off by cryptocurrency for a while, but now they know the advantages of it and they want to take control. This 100% is wrong and shows the willful blindness to the new market. BlackRock will be buying Bitcoin from now until they have it all. And Alexander Leishman says if you sell your Bitcoin to BlackRock, you probably won't be getting it back. So any of you that do happen to hold on to Bitcoin, you may just be losing out on a potential opportunity if you actually sell it, because even though the price has gone up, we could actually be seeing a better price with Bitcoin. I mean, I do believe that some other institutions have said that Bitcoin could be reaching $100,000. It doesn't seem like as if it is unlikely because we already hit $68,000, and on the 1 month chart we actually hit 73k, and that was back on the 40th of March, just a few days ago. So we really are only $27,000 away from Bitcoin in general. And if you sell it now, it could be early days. But again, it is your choice. You can sell Bitcoin, take your profits and run away with it. You've made your investment, you've made your profits, and that's it. But in terms of your other cryptocurrency that you may have and that isn't as expensive as Bitcoin, for example, when we talk about XRP, or if we talk about Solana and HBAR Cardano, those are the type of tokens that we do see actually coming up a little bit more, especially with Solana, right, as it was roughly around about $70. Now it's at $195. I mean, imagine the price target of Solana being at $500 too. Look at BNB and how it is running. I remember when BNB was at $250. It's been running massively on the 1 month chart. You'll see on the 18th of February we were at $355. Now it's at $618. Pretty much doubled. But again, this just goes to show that these institutions want retail out, and it's how they're doing it, right? It's all that market manipulation. It's all about the mind tricks. So as frustrating as the crypto market can be sometimes with the price action, we just actually have to take a bit of a step back and say, look, I'm not going to be selling my crypto because I know that they want to be buying up what I've currently got. But again, I always preface that it is your choice, and so you can always do what you want with your crypto in general. It is your decision. We're going to take a look at this video coming in from Smoke. It does relate to SEPA, and so the goal of SEPA is to actually improve the efficiency of cross-border payments that are made within the European region, and it's to make the cashless euro payments to any account located anywhere within that region, and of course within 1 business day. So let's say, for example, you make a payment today by a certain time, the monies should reach the account by the next day. So it's going to be a lot better in terms of that respect. But this is a presentation coming from SEPA, and they have already mentioned how Ripple can be of benefit and use.
About the SEPA instant credit transfer, but I would like to nuance things a little. The fintech company Ripple claims to process and settle cross-border payments in 4 seconds. Wow, 4 seconds, that's just amazing. It's stunning. So the execution time for payments between Europe and the USA, for example, is only 4 seconds. That is less than half the initial duration time of the SCT INS. That's 10 seconds. Awesome, right? And no surprise that the company Ripple is worth billions. So is SCT Instant really a revolution? Of course it is. It's a great achievement, but you should be aware that technology is evolving fast and that something already exists that allows to move funds even faster. It is called Ripple. I think everyone working in payments should follow closely what Ripple is doing. It's truly an exciting time to work in payment now. In the next
And I think when we have these fintech companies that already have the infrastructure in place, they have the use cases and utility and can actually showcase how it will benefit these countries. That is the golden nugget, because we're going to see these countries working more and more with fintechs, and we already know that Ripple are in talks with governments across the world anyhow. So that is one of the advantages that we do have. And so with that being said, let's see if we can actually reach 65 cents. Tomorrow is Monday. We're going to be starting the new week. If we go to the upside, 65 cents is my next price target. If not, then I want to see a bit more consolidation, possibly at 55 cents if we do take a bit of a dip and head towards the downside. Guys, if you want daily Ripple XRP coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.